Vibe coding is dead. For the last 2 years, vibe coding was sold as the end of software development. You did not need to learn programming, hire a developer, or find a technical co-founder. Just describe your idea, let AI generate everything, and launch your $1 million startup before dinner. That dream is now collapsing. Not because AI coding failed. AI coding is becoming incredibly powerful. What is dying is the belief that you can build serious software while staying completely disconnected from the code, the architecture, and the consequences. By the end of this video, you will understand where vibe coding works, why it breaks in production, and what is replacing it. The first problem is that demos hide the hardest part. Ask an AI to build a dashboard, journal, calculator, or ChatGPT wrapper, and the result can look impressive within minutes. The buttons work, the interface feels polished, there may be a database, authentication, hosting, and even payments. But a working demo is not a working product. A developer can build the basic shape of Twitter in a few days. Users, posts, follows, and a feed. But that is not the difficult part. The difficult part begins when millions of people arrive, servers fail, attackers probe the system, and every new feature must work without breaking something else. Vibe coding is excellent at producing the visible beginning of a product. But eventually, the app reaches a wall, where every fix creates 2 new problems. The AI adds one database table, then another feature expects a different structure. It patches authentication in one place, but leaves another route exposed. It changes a shared component without knowing why 3 other pages depend on its old behavior. The app may still open, but underneath, the system becomes harder to understand. That is where architecture matters. Good architecture often feels slower at the beginning, because it prepares the system for problems that have not happened yet. Clear boundaries, consistent data models, security rules, tests, monitoring, deployment plans, and recovery procedures do not look exciting in a 30-second demo. Their value appears 6 months later, when the product must change without collapsing. An AI agent can generate thousands of lines of code in an afternoon, but generating more code does not remove the need to decide what code should exist. The faster code appears, the faster bad decisions can spread. Then comes the ownership problem. Many vibe coding platforms promise that the database, integrations, hosting, and security are included. That sounds convenient, until something breaks. Now the person who built the app may not understand the code, the infrastructure, or even where the data lives. Their only debugging strategy is another prompt. Please make it work. Sometimes the AI fixes it. Sometimes it hides the original problem. Sometimes it rewrites working code and creates a completely new failure. And every attempt costs more context, more tokens, and more money. Agentic coding is more expensive than autocomplete because the model reads files, plans changes, edits code, runs commands, inspects errors, and tries again. As tools move toward credits and usage-based billing, endless trial and error stops feeling magical. A skilled developer uses the same tools differently. Instead of saying, "Make the app scalable," they can specify the data model, caching strategy, failure boundaries, tests, and performance limits. They know when the model is wrong, and they know when to stop it. That is the real divide. AI does not remove expertise, it multiplies it. There is also a business problem. When anyone can generate the same dashboard, wrapper, or clone in minutes, simply having an app is no longer an advantage. The easier software becomes to generate, the less valuable generic software becomes. The winners will not be the people who produce the most code. They will be the people who understand a real problem, make better product decisions, and turn those decisions into reliable systems. So, is vibe coding dead? For prototypes, experiments, internal tools, personal projects, and proving an idea to investors, it is more useful than ever. A non-technical founder can make an idea visible before hiring a team. A developer can test 10 approaches in the time 1 used to take. But the fantasy version is dead. The idea that prompts can replace engineering, that a prototype automatically becomes a company, and that nobody needs to understand what is being built. What replaces it is AI-assisted engineering. You define the problem, you choose the architecture, you give the agent precise constraints, you review its work, run tests, measure the result, and keep control of the system. The future belongs neither to developers who refuse AI, nor to vibe coders who refuse to learn. It belongs to people who can think like engineers and move at the speed of AI. Vibe coding promised that understanding software would no longer matter. Instead, AI has made understanding software more valuable than ever.